Alright. Welcome to the first Death's Doors tournament for any percent NMG. NMG standing for no major glitches, so no like out of bounds shenanigans here. Most playing the game mostly as intended. I'm your host, Pudding Boxes. Joining me in the commentary booth is Shresh and Museus. Would you guys like to introduce yourselves?
Hey, I'm Shresh. I'm a Death's Door speedrunner with a light emphasis on memes.
I am Museus. I am also a Death's Door speedrunner, and I don't actually do any memes. I only do any percent NMG.
In our runners today, we have happybythree and zuiivel. Would you guys like to introduce yourselves?
Sure. I'm happy by three. Pronouns are they, them, which it probably says on the screen. I've been running this game for a couple of months. I actually don't know exactly. I think y'all know that better than I do. Yeah, I like Crow Game.
Your first submission was March 18th, apparently.
Wow, it's been that long.
Yeah, it's been
I guess
that
it's
long.
only 3 months, but that feels like a long time.
I'm zuiivel. I am mainly a Hollow Knight speedrunner, but I've been doing some Death's Door as well. And I do mainly any percent, but some memes sometimes as well.
Alright. Okay, so we might as well get the show on the road. Alright. Both players should be on the start. Okay, you guys are both on the start. Alright, on our countdown. Or my countdown? I'll do the count, or do you guys want to do the countdown?
I'll do the countdown, and I'll do one in chat as well in the runners channel.
Sounds
All right. We get to start in 3, 2, 1, go.
This party. Good luck.
good. Good luck to the runners.
All right, we're waiting for the streams to catch up. I'm not sure what the delay is
Happy's
between.
news? Why is the new not in Chinese? That's interesting. Or is that a different language? Wait.
Oh, Happy plays with Japanese.
Oh, is that Japanese?
Yep.
Oh wow.
Quite the delay on this stream.
Oh, it's gonna go.
Just kind of sitting here, awkwardly waiting.
Is Japanese faster than, or is it the same as Chinese for?
So the simplified Chinese has like 9 fewer text boxes across the course of the run, but like all of the languages progress at the same speed. It's just that Chinese has like 9 fewer. It's basically negligible. You maybe get like a second or two back. All right, here we go. Streams are starting to go.
Alright, so this is the beginning intro part. Get a new job. See Little Crow. Does the Little Crow have a name actually? I don't remember.
I don't think.
I think their canonical name is the Foretold Crow, as the song also says. But yeah, I think that's their canonical name, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm often mistaken. But Happy is off. It looks like we still have a bit of lag with Sui. But Happy gets a good exit and a good quick door.
Yeah, so we have like almost a minute delay between the two of them. But luckily we have the loadless timers for each runner below their names, so we will be able to see like what their actual time is rather than their names. Yeah, so we will be able to see.
So the first skip there was skipping that tutorial part where you shoot the arrow through the wall. You know who found that skip?
So that's been a while. That before I was here, they've been doing that in glitch, but it was not allowed in no major glitches. So we used to actually roll down the steps onto the railing and then have to run back up the railing and around the gate, which like isn't the worst skip in the world, but when you're running like over and over just doing the first skip, trying to get onto the railing first try, it's like it was similar to the wall skip in Jungle, and it was just kind of painful. So we pushed to allow this arrow skip in NMG, and it made everything significantly smoother to get a run started.
I'd say that, yeah, that's a pretty good. I remember showing people that skip. It was surprising them. They're like, oh, you could just skip the tutorial part. All right, so far
First orb picked up.
We both killed the tutorial boss, the demonic forest spirit. I never really. You read it as demonic forest spirit. I never really thought that it actually is a forest spirit until like recently. That it's a demonic forest spirit. It's evil. What a forest spirit becomes demonic. It looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it grows too old, it turns evil. Apparently, that's the moral of this story. And Museus has appropriately, I think, named some of the crows that, right? I think one of your crows is an ageist crow, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, so each of the crows have like specific voice lines associated with them. So I just kind of named them all what kind of vibes the voice line gave me.
Oh yeah, going in. Doing a pretty smooth job so far of Crow 1. That roller is always annoying, the 2-roller.
Yeah, this arena can go bad so quickly. You have the rollers spawning on opposite sides. Sometimes they get stuck on other rocks. Sometimes they get stuck on pillars. It's just like one of those things where you can feel like you're doing well and then suddenly lose like 15 seconds to it.
Yep. Happy did have a rough time with the last wave. The 2 rollers refused to die, but getting out with only 1 hit, not too bad.
And something interesting here with Steadhone is that you have the basic attack and then the heavy attack and then the roll attack as like a tutorial on how to use the sword. You could just skip the basic attack and go straight to the heavy and it'll still set the flag properly, but you cannot do it out of order. You can't do like roll slash and then heavy, or else you have to do another roll slash.
There's also like another, isn't there like another cool glitch with Steadhone where like if you're pushing up against it, pretty rare, but where it like moves the crow to a very it's a weird glitch where Steadhone pushes the crow or like warps them to somewhere else. Remember, I think.
Yeah, it's something with his hitbox with like getting pushed around. He really wants to follow the track that he's on, so if you're pushing against him, it'll like balance out and you end up going flying.
Hopefully both runners will go together.
Happy not doing the 2 mage kill for that wave. It's a really tight timing, but if you get the charged heavy up properly, you can kill both mages on the first cycle. I don't know how many people do that in normal runs, because if you mess up the timing, you do just get hit, and then you're suffering from 2 cycles and losing health. But
So Happy's gonna go into the Guardian of Dwarves fight with 2 health. Kind of spooky. Hopefully it goes well right here.
The optimal strats with Guardian should be okay, but let's see how this goes. The laser roll is always a big one.
yeah,
Let's see what good. So strat's happy. Good first cycle, I think. Of not going behind Guardian. Staying in front, going for something safe.
Yeah, if you
Makes
get
sense,
behind,
honestly.
if you get behind Guardian, you could just kind of combo him out, but it's also very rough to like keep your position safe because there's such a tight area and you have to avoid getting hit while waves are pushing you around. So sticking in front does tend to be a little bit safer, but is also slightly slower.
You're doing a good job of it, though.
Yeah. Have like a 650-ish kill, it looks.
Yeah, 653 if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, zuiivel is in the Guardian of Doors fight too now. Is he gonna get the strat?
zuiivel has been on 1 health since basically the mini, on 1 hit since basically the mini arena. So he's had a hitless remaining arenas and has a good entry time, so let's see.
Did get hit there by the laser. That is such a small window to roll through that because of how close you are. You basically have to roll just as the laser spawns, and if you roll too early, you just get hit because the wave pushes you back into it, and if you roll too late, you get hit because the laser lands on you. So,
Well, that was scary. He's down to 1 health now.
yeah. Luckily, there are no more combats from here to the next heal, I believe. So we should be safe. There is a spider that sits, but hopefully can avoid that one.
Wait, you grabbed the door in Guardian for no major glitch? Is that the heal?
No, so you run through here. I mean, we'll see it in like 30 seconds, but there's a new skip that's allowed in NMG that lets you heal up.
Oh right. Oh, there's that quit out. What Happy just did right there.
No, that is a strat that does work pretty well. Crypt is the only area in the game that lets you spawn not at a door. So you can walk in and then you can grab that orb on the left, quit out, and spawn right back at the entrance, which is, I believe, the only place that ever happens. Otherwise, you spawn back at the last door that you used.
I think that happens at all the interstitial areas at the beginning of Flooded as well, I think. And some random areas like that have that temporary spawn point. But yeah, there are a couple of heal positions they could have taken. If you're going for Pothead Skip Soul, that would have given you a free heal as well. But I'm guessing that is a bit of a race unsafe strat. So we do see both runners taking the Crypt's heal. I'm expecting neither of them to do the Pothead Skip Soul here. Which is definitely a very fair thing to go safe in a race. Pothead Skip Soul can lead you to get soft lock and like just lead to all sorts of time losses. It's much better to go for the Archer Soul, I imagine, in a race situation. So let's see that if that's what they end up doing. Both runners coming in at a good time.
Pothead Skip is one of those that I just have not gotten consistent yet. You can see here, if you heavy and then roll up onto this pot, you can then roll up onto the hedge, and you're fine to just run along it. But it's it's a pretty tight window on positioning to be able to land on top of the pot. Otherwise, you just kind of roll into the corner.
Oh, we do see Happy go for Pothead Skip Soul regardless. So yeah, that's an interesting because Pothead Skip Soul gives you a free heal. So at that point, taking the heal in Crypts is a minor time loss as it loses a second. But yeah, not a big deal. Struggling a bit with the second Pothead Skip to get into right side of Estate, but getting it on the third try. To answer a question in chat, you can soft log in Pothead Skip Soul by falling into the bushes. If you fall off the edge into the bushes, then the crow gets stuck in the float animation and has no way of getting out without saving. So So that's how you can suffer their fight rate.
Not even a glitch can no 100% glitch. You're just stuck in there. You gotta just hit and quit.
Yeah, which is why we grabbed the door before doing that, because technically you never quit out, except for to grab that soul. So if you didn't grab that pothead soul, you could, or the pothead skip soul, you could just do the entire estate without any quit outs, but landing in the bushes there makes it significantly better to just grab the door and be safe to be able to save and quit.
Oh, zuiivel just zooming? It looks like they were catching up on footage or on streams. They're just doing the same arena for a second. But Happy's a little bit ahead now.
Yeah, Happy had a really rough time in right side estate. It took a bit longer. All the mages kind of kept escaping them. So, or rather, both the mages kind of kept escaping them. So that I'm running out of mana here, which is going to be really rough as well.
Yeah, there's the auto aim there likes to aim at the right brazier instead of the top one, which means that you have to run all the way up top to grab these mushrooms then.
Oh no, this is yeah, a bit of a time loss. Zui is actually managed to get both those braziers first try, so at this point Zui looks like he'll be ahead in even in real time.
Yep. Happy doing that as intended.
Zui is getting swarmed at work, but manages to get out. Fairly clean estate from Zui, but hitless so far. Oh, just as I say that. Good backup though for the for using F3 to break those purple pots. It's really good to know that the heavy has enough range for you to destroy that purple pot without getting harmed yourself. So good job, Zui. And Happy also making their way out of right side. The runners kind of neck and neck on the stream, which is really cool. We get to see their strats side by side.
Oh, hopefully the wall.
Oh, actually,
Oh yeah, go ahead.
yes, no wall glitch.
Yeah,
yes,
no
you're
wall
right.
glitch. I was gonna say
There
where
we
the
go.
wall doesn't. If you
Next.
get unlucky, the wall doesn't break when hitting.
Grabbing the ladder soul here. Did they get pothead soul?
No, Zuiil did not get potted soul. I think that's why, actually that's true. Happy pulls ahead a little here. Zuiil also getting sniped by the archer, always me.
Yeah. That you are not immune during cutscenes in this. So if you have a archer or a caster shooting a bullet at you from like across the map and you're on 1 health, you can just get hit and die while you're waiting for Pothead to open the door. Which has cost me quite a few runs.
Yeah, those ones suck. Dying to those when you have a run going. Alright, so the first bird soul Happy's going to save those souls. Those bird souls. Do you really actually save them, or I don't even.
I think you just send them back to the void.
You just
I think that you
avoid.
you help them on.
Okay.
You free them from being trapped in this house. I don't know. This is one of the games that like is a really fun speed game and like is a great casual game, but I just kind of never went through the casual gameplay. I saw people speed running it, and I was like, "This is great. I'm just gonna speed run this game."
It's pretty confusing. But a lot of references to the Titan Soul, the previous game that Acid Turtle made. Great game too. Would recommend.
Yeah, there's a lot of like callbacks to Titan Souls in this game. The demonic forest spirit is really similar to the Ventusus boss from Titan Souls, and the bow in this game feels really similar to the bow in Titan Souls.
Yeah, it feels great.
Happy's having this brazier can be a bit of a struggle. Happy having some issues with lighting it, and so is Zui. Oh no, Zui gets it there, getting the swag light as well. Love to see that. But yeah, this can be a really mean skip if the box blocks your way, as it is doing. There you go, gets the cobweb, continues on.
Yeah, these
Let's
are
see how the
most
first
Sure, go ahead.
first Licky tank fights.
Was that what they're
Enemies.
called?
Roll flash.
Sorry.
That's what we call them. I don't know what the actual enemy type is called, but they both get the roll slash to start. Both have pretty smooth fights. Happy's not doing the jump back to shoot the bullet, so he has to deal with the up close fight for all of it. Yeah. We do have the Imploft coming up soon. This will be a good time to watch.
Oh, what does
Yeah, good.
Imploft stand for?
Well, we'll see in like 20 seconds. We're going through the. We have Big Pot coming up here on Zui's side.
Zui opting to take the seed in the crates. The seed strats will be interesting to see, and any safety strats that the runners employ in general. Zui also taking the Kronk, very important to see that in there, because he can get wombo comboed and get really messed up in this split. Let's see how this big pot goes. Good, getting all arrows off, getting a quick kill before the big pot starts their second spin, so without any hit, a good fight there. Happy starting off their fight. I'm not sure if those last two arrows hit, so it's going to be hard to gauge. Second spin goes off. And there you go, there's the kill. He's really lighting a lot of braziers in here, which honestly makes sense. I think what Zui went for is the first diagonal hit, instead of going for the long shot, just went for the diagonal, the easy diagonal. Getting to Imploft with one hit is very good. Probably not going to need that Kronk shortcut from before. Ooh, Happy getting
each one of Happy's shots.
that's always that's one of the RNG elements which is can really annoy you, especially in Imploft if you're forced to kill a lot of enemies and waste time like that. But at least Happy won't be hurting for soul later in dungeon, so in ruins and dungeon, so it's all good.
That was a really clean Imploft too.
Yeah. That was a good, very good split from both runners, honestly. I think as clean as you can want, because just surviving that split without losing a huge amount of time and a huge amount of health for the next split is very important, because you don't get any, ideally you don't get any heals here. You want to just run through and fight the grunt arena. Zui in the bomb arena gets decently quick kills and is into the grunt arena, which can be a really tough arena to get knocked by the grunts. So let's see how this goes. Oh.
Knight standing on top of the grunts. Kills him.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, kills it before the second wave of grunt spawn, which is always good.
He's going into the fight. Opts not to go for the roll slash opening this time.
Gets the deflect on the oh, gets two deflects.
That was a really good
Hit it
deflect,
with the
but
second wave.
deals with them quickly, so shouldn't lose too much time, but and no hits, so good job there. Pro 4, Zui misses the skip with the purple pot, has to go for the soul and breaking the key pot. Does a good job. That's a good backup in case you ever miss baiting the purple pot into breaking the first key pot for you. is to just roll off, grab the soul, and arrow the key. So very important to know your backups in these races, I guess, and doing a good job of that there. Happy's gonna have to do similar. There is another backups which Happy's gonna showcase. There you go.
Wow. I don't think I've ever
Yeah,
seen
you
that
could
before.
do right where the golden sash is hanging down on the steps. You could stand at the base of it, and you're right in line with the pot. Only gets one shot at this pot though. And
Gets
nails
it. Nails it. That was confident shot. I miss seeing the spooky roll.
Yeah.
I'm guessing Zui got it first try because that roll is spooky, and if you don't get it, you do lose a bunch of time. Second mage okay, can you get it? Oh, just about misses. Killing the second wave before it teleports.
Happy did get the spooky roll, but missed the fact that the ladder was open and went a long way around.
Yeah. Interesting. I wonder what that was. But yeah, there goes starting the fight. Let's see how the mages cooperate or not. Mage is lining up the nice deflect. Ooh, cool. Kills the man should have enough opportunity to clean up these mages in one there. There you go. Into Ava 4 for Zui.
Yep.
Oh, Ava 1, not Ava 4.
Yeah, because we're getting a flame spell. Or is it fire spell?
I just call it fireball, I don't know.
Yeah, it's interesting having a game with very few canonical names. It's all community given names.
It's always
Happy's going to Crow 4 again. Because they... Oh no, I think that was just a mistake. Heading to Ava 1 now. I thought they missed the key for a second, but then I did see the key symbol there, so they should be okay for getting into Furnace later. Because that can definitely happen. I've done that where I've thought I've picked up the key but did not, and only realized it later. So glad to hear that is a big time loss. At least it wasn't that.
On the scene,
Zui going...
Oh, sorry. Sure, sorry. What were you saying?
No, go ahead, please. I was just going to talk about Zui's fight. But
Is it-
seems
oh,
to be
Zui.
having a clean job.
Sorry, okay, I was gonna say it's watching the bird game, but Traverse is always fun to watch. Especially since it changes, has more addresses, as the bird finds more addresses.
Definitely, yeah. We will see that progression of the bird getting more and more used to it.
Zuivel is out of aim for this. Trying to smoke. Third wave.
Cleaning up these pots pretty quick. Those green pots can run all over the place and leave you chasing them down or hoping that they'll shoot for you to deflect back at them, but they did cooperate that time. Stayed right on top.
Audio game audio. Better?
BO getting sniped by the Licky Tongue once. Just has the Licky Tongue to beat off now though. Could be finishing up with... There we go.
We're in Spider Lair on Zui's side. There's these spider eggs you could see don't always cooperate. They just kind of drop spiders on you, and each spider takes 2 swings or a heavy, and they can just dodge whenever they want. So sometimes you just kind of get stuck in a pack of them, and you just kind of pray that your sword hits enough of them to let you through. Little bit of lag on zuiivel's side. We just kind of fast forward through the end of spider lair.
Right, so it looks like now we're going down to the overgrown ruins. Taking that romantic gondola. Very romantic.
Getting the early light of the gondola to summon what the community colloquially, or at least parts of the community, calls leg day. Because as you can see, the guy, or this creature, needs to work on their legs. They do have massive arms. Good job.
I've always wondered, is that a rhino or a shark?
Both. Why not?
Is
both?
it just both? That's a...
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but it's
It
strong.
it does have the rhino horns for sure, which is very distinctive. Yeah, like the horn on the snout thing. Ruins, of course, a very tough and kind of unforgiving split. Bunch of skips in there, bunch of narrow platforms and ledges where you can fall off and lose a bunch of time. Zui, you can notice picking up another safety seed. Hasn't used one because I can see 3 seeds there, which is quite a plethora.
Getting the bomb there to kill the grunts, open the wall.
Or you
Shoots
needed...
the
Oh,
pot.
sorry. Is this your saying?
Shoots the plan to shoot another bomb over. You can sometimes you could group all 3 of those grunts together and just instantly unlock the key, but not quite getting that, having to kill the 3rd one by hand. As Happy is grabbing the door at the beginning of the jungle.
Be not picking up the same seed, saving some time there. Zui coming up to mom skip, skips the forest settlement by does not skip the forest settlement.
So that skip
There we go.
really only saves like 4 or 5 seconds if you get it first try or second try at best. But it's such an inconsistent skip that you could sit there and waste like 30 seconds when it would have been faster to just go around.
Smart for a race situation again. It's nice to see these runners adapting to the tourney, not going for PB spaces here, just trying to win out the race, progress to the next round. As you see, Happy going into Flame Corridor and Zui in the Staircase Arena. A bit of action on both sides.
See whether Happy goes for the roll skip or whether they also go around.
Oh, Zui getting sniped by the flame plant from up there? I didn't know you could get sniped from it from up there when you're standing on the staircase all the way down there. That's nutty. Happy going for the skip. Second try, no. On the staircase,
Try, there you
all
go.
the way down there.
First try.
That's nutty.
At that point, I think it
Happy
still
saves time, but very marginally.
Yeah,
would
I think
imagine,
that's.
yeah.
I think 3rd try or 4th try is about even. So did not lose time to that skip, which is always good.
Oh, going for this safety seed instead, but makes sense because Happy is now on 2 health. Oh, 1 health. Oh no, but there is a pot right up here in the arena. Are they gonna make a beeline for it? No. Being brave, going to play out the first wave and then go up for the pot. But this is one of those situations you don't want to be in a race. Gets the seed safely. There you go.
It's good to go.
All good now. Arenas on both sides. Zui does miss the bomb on the mage, which is one of those strats which helps a lot, is to get the bomb plant to just land on the mage. Kills the mage on spawn. Zui on 1 health in Bomb Plant Arena, not a good place.
No.
Oh no!
First death of the tournament.
First death. This is a big catch-up moment. Happy is in the same place, and the walk around ruins is a long walk, especially if you haven't crunked any ladders. This ladder is actually the one right here, which Zui is just walking past and looking for lol Niat because Zui did not crunk the lever to make that ladder descend. But that is one of those that can save a bit of time in this sort of situation. No one expects to die in ruins, no one wants to die in ruins, but it does happen, and Zui has to make a really long trek back as Happy is entering Bomb Plant Arena, also in 2 health, so has the 1 hit in the bank, but again, not a great situation.
Yeah, this run back, I don't know exactly how much time it loses you, but I think in my most recent run, it lost me somewhere around like a minute and a half having to run back here.
I can imagine that is fairly accurate because it's a long run back.
Happy clearing the arena.
And
Gonna pick up the horn.
And there's one thing to always consider is that a death can play on your mind as well. So it's important to not. It's important to have that sort of preparedness for the situation. I believe both runners did do scrims and some runs to practice, a bunch of no reset runs, so should have built up their mentality over time to be prepared for a death. But as we see Zui entering the same arena where he died and Happy in the great jazz cutscene.
Yeah, this is one of the like my favorite things about this game is that you're never really safe. Like, no matter how comfortable you are with the combats, no matter like how smoothly you think things will go, you do still only have 4 hits, and enemies can combo you. So like, if you mess up like even minor mistakes in a combat, you could just find yourself dying pretty quickly.
Okay, Zui does manage to make it out of the arena right now. So should be safe for the rest of ruins. Very hard to get hit 3 times going from here. And Happy is going for their strength 3 upgrade. Yeah, this definitely puts the race. Yeah, it definitely tilts the race again a bit. So it'll be fun to see where it goes from here. Very close.
Yeah, things are basically tied up right now.
That is a marshmallow, right? That forest child? That's a marshmallow. That has to be a... Or is that something else?
I think it's a marshmallow. I think that they're roasting marshmallows on the fire.
Okay, I was gonna...
Happy heading into Crow One Arena. Lots of spiders in here. Some RNG factors to consider. So let's see how this arena goes. Oh, getting sniped. Flame plant.
Point blank fireballs are always kind of painful to watch because it's like the fireball starts high, so if you're close enough it just goes right over your head, but sometimes like you're right at the distance to get smacked by it as it starts.
Oh, these spiders are really not cooperating.
Yeah, not at all. And they're still on fireball, so they have to wait for the slow wind up.
Yeah,
Mushroom?
I found it is useful to switch to arrow for this arena. Personally, I found to also to bait the bomb plant for that one wave with the 2 grunts. But yeah, it's one of those things.
Yeah, Mushroom Dungeon is one of the places where like you're constantly switching back and forth between spells. Like some combats you want the arrow for, you need to burn a couple webs, or like in the water arena there's a fireball that you want to use, and it's just like constantly trying to keep up on whether you should be using a bow or a fireball. But overall pretty good arena. infantry.
Oh,
Gets one fireball to deflect. Happy really low on health here.
Yeah, at least it's in the last wave, and they do have the seed, sorry, the pot right after this to get. There you go.
Yeah, this
Optimal
is like
potting.
right. This is one of the freest heals in the whole game. It's the like planting the seed is on the way to the crow, and then picking up the flower is on the way back. And if you ever leave this arena on 2 or lower health, like it's just you just have to heal there. Too many things can go wrong in the 3rd and 4th arena. Getting the minor stair skip there. You just roll right over the railing.
how does
We really zoomed through these first 2 waves. This has been a really nice crow 2 for Zui so far. Wow, that was a really fast crow 2. Taking the heal even at 3 health, smart. Not taking any more chances. Spider is not cooperating on Happy's side a little.
Yeah, the
Oh,
next
there you go.
arena is pretty hard, isn't it? The Hammer Bros.
Yeah.
So better to play it safe.
Yeah, and it's the freest heal, as Musea said, so might as well go into these with the high roll chance of not taking any hits in Crow 3. Crow 3 is, I would say, one of the comfier ones, so that's a smart choice. 1 exiting, 1 entering the arena, I'd love to see it. Hammer Bro instant snipe to Zui, but gets the clean kill after that.
Yeah, there are 2 attack patterns that you can use when you're fighting a Hammer Bro, and the tell is basically whether they pick up their hammer after you break your shield. And you either have to adapt with 1 attack or 2 attacks based on that. And sometimes it's not quite as clear. Like they'll stagger a little bit, but not enough to get the second attack in, and you'll just immediately get hit. So Happy is currently in the water arena. Gets the first wave pretty quickly, basically perfect timing. I don't think there's a way to get the mages before they cycle, but gets them as soon as they spawn back. Misses 4 arrows on the far archer.
That was really unfortunate. Zui going for another heal after Crow 3 as well. Took both heals basically at that point, even though it took only 1 hit. Definitely, clearly a little spooked from the earlier death. Happy fighting the last 2 Hammer Bros. Clean though, so far. Ooh, as I say it. Gets hit once, but that's instant. That was just instant. For a second, I thought maybe they were going for the extra damage tank to get the Death Warp out of here, the Thistle Death Warp, as it's I guess known. But no, just going for the normal safe quit out of here. Zui in the same arena, cleans up the mages. I'm interested, yeah, Boreem pointed out in chat, their soul counts are a little different, so it'll be interesting to see if Zui manages to make it for strength 4 at the end of all of this.
Yeah, upgrade costs are really tight in this run. The first one, you have to get to strength 2, which is the first upgrade we do. You have a range of like 5 souls that you're in, and you could just end up being at Darwin with 999 souls, which is not enough to get your 1000 soul upgrade. I don't remember how tight the upgrade is for soul 3 here, or strength 3, but strength 4
3,
rather.
yeah, strength 4 can be very tight. I've reached a few souls short there, for sure, like a bunch of time, and only like 3 or 4 soul over many times, so it is fairly tight. Let's see how this Ava is going though for Happy. Elite Archer is not mean. Good job there cleaning that up. Spiders are,
Oh, they dodged the green bomb.
yeah, everything is... This particular Avarice, I think, is decided so heavily by how the spiders behave, because the rest of the arena can be very much scripted. Last wave, there are really fast strats to clean up all 5 mages basically on spawn, but Happy is going through a few teleports here.
Entirely possible that Happy just doesn't know about this strat as well. I found out that you can clear those mages out quickly like 2 days ago. I was doing the exact same thing as Happy up until like 2 days ago, and it's just like, it's so clean if it works out, but it's one of those things that just doesn't look like it should work on paper, in my opinion.
No, it's very fair. It is a really cool strat. For those who haven't seen it, I do encourage looking at any of world record runs or like top runs. It's a really clean and not very hard strat to make. A wave that used to feel really tough, it makes it feel easier. Anyway, let's see. Zui does not go for the same strat as well. The spiders also, I noticed, were a bit mean to Zui, so let's see how it ends up. Oh, killing that mage on spawn, very cool. Looked very cool. The deflect just happened to be traveling where the mage spawned, so killed it right as it spawned.
Happy grabbing the fire orb there. There's 2 orbs that you could go for. You could either do the bomb one up at the top or the fireball one down at the bottom. And I think that the fireball one is just faster at this point, but I kind of still like the like roll off the wall bomb one at the top.
There is also the one by surveillance device across the way. I'm guessing that's also competitive in time. If I'm not mistaken, I think someone timed them all 3 to be somewhat similar. But yeah, I think for some reason, pretty much all runners I see mostly go for this fireball strat. It has become like a de facto standard, but I don't think any of them lose too much time.
Yeah, it's within a couple seconds for each of them.
Now they all head off to Stranded Sailor.
Oh, I
to meet
love
Barb.
the music for Stranded Sailor is pretty good. I think
Yeah.
it's best. I feel like it's like the best song in the game. Oh, maybe Watchtowers. Watchtowers is pretty good too.
Watchtower's
there's-
good.
There's so
There's
many good
just so much-
songs in this game.
Yeah, my personal favorite is the Camp of the Free Crows. I think everyone has one they have a soft spot for sure, but the music in this game, shoutouts to David Fenn, just brilliant composer.
I really like the
music.
Furnace song.
Furnace song
Yeah.
is so pumped up, yeah. I feel like that's a good workout song, even to some extent. Oh, Happy does not have enough mana for the skip. Talking to Barb as much skip. Has to collect mana here to bomb the wall. Ideally, you want to bomb the wall before Barb sees you, so that you get, I believe it's like a text box less in that dialogue. But it's not a big or any time loss really noticeable in this race. Because in a race format, you're going to have all sorts of minor ups and downs like that.
One of the things about a race is that it is no reset. No time loss is really that big of a deal as long as you are consistently making it through. We're entering the first lockstone puzzle over on Happy's side. There's a diagram for this that I really want to see somebody get, but I just do not expect anybody to ever actually make it through. It's such a
Cursed.
tight timing.
It's cursed, Museus. It's cursed knowledge. But yeah, that PowerPoint slide diagram thing, I've seen it. I've just been too scared to even attempt it. Recently.
Yeah, it's definitely a try it in practice before you try it in a run, and I don't know, I just don't like practice, so I've never done it. The Force Strength upgrade makes Hammer Bros significantly easier, though. You'll see the first one that Happy just fought in this arena. You just you do the same strat as before, but they just die way faster. It's like a couple attacks faster. Don't have to worry quite as much about getting hit. Zuiivel getting basically perfect crow off the bat. Halberd, rather.
Ooh, and getting the 2 slashes off on the Hammer Bro, very nice as well. Not that it really affects the cycle in Castle Lockstone, because you don't really have a 3 versus 2 cycle strat. You always can kill the Hammer Bro in 3 cycles. Either by doing 2 lights, 2 lights, 2 lights, or 1 light, 2 light, and then 3 lights. So not a big difference, but very clean arena, finishes it off. Happy heading into Crow 2. Let's see if they go for bomb strats. Switches to bomb. Does not go for the bombing the mage, but oh, there you go. Bombs the mage to finish it off. Second wave, very mean wave, can be place where you get wombo comboed if you don't clean up the mages.
Everything goes smoothly there.
Very smooth. Very nice kill of the elite archer. Will they use the bomb on the Hammer Bro? No. Going to go for some up close combat. Nice rolls.
Oh.
Down to 1 health, but should be able to clean it up.
Nice.
There you go. Good job. Zui heading into the same arena. Let's see if he goes for bomb strat. I don't see a switch to bomb, so I don't expect it. I'll just see a clean kill of the first 2. Avoids that grunt narrowly, getting womboed twice. Okay, manages to clean up 1 mage, second mage manages to teleport. Elite archer though, no problem. Oh no, bombs himself. This is a bad situation to be in. 1 health against Golden Hammer Bro, whose shield is actually not yet down. Shield is now down.
Having to just chip away at this.
This is good, smart play. Very smart. 1 hit roll, and very, very well done there. In a scary situation, bailing himself out.
Happy making it through the next puzzle. There's a wall there that I believe he shot through. That is one of the other glitches that is allowed because we are under the no major glitches rather than glitchless rule set. A couple of the walls in Lockstone just don't have collision for spells. Like, you cannot walk through them, but your arrows and fireballs and stuff can just go right through. So that is one of the puzzles that can make use of that. And there's another one after we get Hookshot that can also use it.
Happy did have, I noticed, and this is very important for mana conservation. Happy had no mana after that first puzzle, so I had to like wait around for the laser. Let's see how Zui does. Goes for the safety strat of getting the seed. I love it. That's some hundo strats. Zui, of course, has played hundo a bunch, has a good time in it, and manages to get. I don't know if I don't know if he's actually submitted it, but I remember him practicing a bunch. Yeah, because he did the hundo run, so he has the. That is a very straight hundo strat of going for that seed. That's the ideal strat in hundo. Anyway, Happy makes it through. Crow 3 heading to the laser, while Zui is in the spiders in Crow 3. Oh, gets the kill on the backpack. That's one of those where you have to maintain your distance very well. Last wave. One thing which I find very impressive about Zui's like halberd combat right there is he's able to get off 2 hits on the halberd spawn pretty much every time. And that's tight because you have to get that hit, that first heavy on spawn, and to have enough time to get the 2 lights before the halberd swings. I've noticed Zui practiced that, and I do notice it coming out in this race as well. So Happy in Crow 4 dispatches with the first wave after one mage teleport, if I'm not mistaken. There are fast strats to kill all 4 in the first wave, but it is very hard to achieve. Focusing on the halberd first before the green mage, which is it allows the green mage to teleport once. Oh, and manages to slip away once again. Finishes it off with 2 arrows. Hitless arena for Happy right there. Good job.
Yeah, that arena personally is one of like my least polished ones. It's just like there's so many things moving around from all directions that it just kind of you can lose sight of what you're going for really quickly.
Zui was 1 arrow away there from cleaning up wave 1. That was a different strat from at least the Reki strats that I've seen, but it worked out almost perfectly there. Mage did manage to teleport once. But clean remaining waves so far. Similar strat here, going first to the halberd, switching to the green mage, and then back for one last slash to kill off the halberd.
And as zuiivel is picking up the last crow, Happy is entering Avarice.
Crow's stretching.
Yeah, he's
ready
stretching
to
now.
be chomped. But yeah, this is still a very close race. Let's see what things look like after hookshot. Does he get? Oh, the flame mage manages to escape, so gotta be wary. It spawned out of view, so there's gonna be some fire.
Oh, it's not lucky.
Yeah, that's. Oh, 2 hits from the grunts. That's always unfortunate when you miss the flame mage because it makes the rest of this wave super complicated. So very important to prioritize killing that mage immediately.
Oh,
Third
down to
hit.
1 HP.
This is tough. 3 waves to go, or 2.5 waves to go. That boomer was scary. These boomer landings are very scary at this point because there's 2 of them alive. There's a boomer in the air. Okay, gets through. Halberd is tough too. Nice roll. Gets the combos off. Backs off for a second. Very smart to do that. Cleans up the halberd at least. The rest of this wave should be okay as long as you're not making any silly mistakes against the mucks or the grimaces or whatever their name may be, the slime. Ooh, for a second I thought Smo sniped them there, but getting the butt cheek strat off
Man.
perfectly. Well done, Happy. That was a very scary situation. Navigated perfectly almost through those last 3 waves. To get down to 1 HP in the middle of wave 2, and to have the calmness to get through it, very well done. Zui having a much easier time of Eva, got through with 1 hit, and more perfect butt cheeks right there.
Oh, Happy didn't get the hook shot. Just saying the fault though. Oh, hook shot doesn't want to cooperate today, looks like we're Happy. Okay, getting it though.
And we're pretty close to synced up again. We have Happy heading towards Lockstone again as zuiivel's picking up hookshot. Does it quit out here?
I don't think, does it?
Oh, he's
think
got a
it's-
cam lock. He's got a
Oh.
cam lock.
Oh, is that what happened? Is that why?
He got a cam lock, that's why.
Okay. I've never seen that before. That happens?
I've never seen that before. I haven't either, but as he rolled away, I saw his camera was not moving.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Huh, I've
Strange.
never seen
Yeah, I don't
that.
think I've
Yes,
seen that
very,
either.
very interesting.
What interesting.
I wonder what caused that. Something to ask in Discord later. This
Happy lighting the first torch.
this split is movement heavy, so it may seem as if there's not much to it, but there are many potential places for time loss because there are a bunch of skips that you have to do. The first part of this, which Happy has gone through, the first lighting the first brazier, is the more straightforward part. But what Happy is going to be doing now is the section where there are, if I'm not correct, at least three kind of major skips where you can lose 10 seconds or more. First one coming up here with that key that you see.
Trying for the quick hook shot does not quite make it, so just walks around. Does make it on the roll off of the key, which is
that's the
one
first
of the
step
things that
one.
can go really poorly.
1 out of 3 achieved. Coming up to the second one after this room, which is the gate skip.
So this skip can actually lose you significantly more than 10 seconds. If you don't make it, you only have a fixed amount of mana.
Nice,
Does make it through
clean,
first try.
Very clean. And this
Yep.
puzzle as well can lose you again. Going for safe strats, going from the right side. Hookshot not latching on there for a second, but manages to make it through the rest of the...
Oh no.
I should just not talk.
Yeah, getting hit
I'm
there
just gonna
resets
not
the
talk.
puzzle. Yeah, hookshot isn't cooperating with like any of the. I don't think for both runners it's been.
Zui makes it through the gate skip as well, so on the other side, because the gate skip in my mind of those 3 sections is the hardest one to pull off. Both managing to get through. It's not my fault. It's TFT calling me out in chat. Happy going for the 4th one. Both of them heading to the 4th one. We are kind of almost synced up again, even in live.
I wonder how many glitches we'll see in this tournament. That camera lock was really interesting.
Yeah.
Hopefully no bad glitches, but maybe hopefully some interesting ones for the runners.
If I'm not mistaken, that was 0 out of 4 early controls across the runners. I didn't see any early control after lighting a brazier, which is, you know, game being mean. Wait, was that Zui? Did Zui just have an early control? I thought maybe I'm going crazy. Getting that early control after lighting the brazier just feels good. It's the smallest thing, but all the small things make your run feel more blessed. Are good. Both picking up the icicle souls and heading out to watchtowers after camp. This little minute or 2 of reprieve is nice. Just moving around, not much chance of stuff going wrong through camp.
Yeah, a lot of this is going to be movement based. Watchtowers has a lot of scary combats, but also a ton of movement that needs to be done. Still staying pretty neck and neck on feeds. Grabbing the key as zuiivel enters the conversation.
Neither went for the safety seed in camp. I think I actually don't know Happy's or Zui's seed count at this point. Hopefully we'll get to see it. Hopefully we don't get to see it in action here. Oh, we do see it right there for a second. I missed it though.
I think that was 4.
Zui paused. 4 is a lot of seeds, yeah. Zui is good on seeds then.
Here comes Watchtower. Turn up the music.
I think that Happy had 2 from what I remember, but maybe they picked up another one along the way.
So this is this is a place where safety strats can definitely come into play. Will people be cronking any levers to open up shortcuts? These are the things I'll be looking out for here. Let's see how they get through the first set of this gauntlet of arenas, which can definitely throw you off. Both make it through the halberd, happy with one hit taken. Laser arena, safe strats, smart. I think both going for the same, hiding behind the right side wall instead of Zui getting sniped by the laser. I was worried for a second they were gonna get sniped multiple times, but did not get the multi-hit. Depending on the laser a bit to kill the hammer bro works out. Both exiting the arena almost synced up on stream right here. Heading into Boomer arena.
Sometimes I'm curious whether using the laser for Hammer Bro is correct or not, because it does a lot of damage really fast, but it also has a lot of hit stop associated with it, so the game kind of feels like it's slowing down while it's doing damage, but like the Hammer Bro dies, so...
Okay, both going for the Kronk here. Smart. The Boomer did misbehave for both of them. I noticed that it was staying off to the Boomer across the platform way went Zui rolling off first before the elevator down to 2 HP. If you notice, Happy did take the heal by the elevator, so they're on full health. I'm assuming Zui wants to go for the pot before Ice Arena and is hoping to get through this ice skating section hitless, which is fair risk to take. This ice skating section is fairly consistent. Let's see if both our runners try to kill off the mages on the way to Ice Arena, which makes Ice Arena a little easier to deal with without having extra mages. Both using deflects to kill the first mage. Zui down to 1 health. Okay, manages to get through to the pot, so should be safe. Both of them got stuck in that last set of ice crystals, which is definitely a problem that happens to me a lot as well. So, Happy falling off down to 3 HP. Let's see, will they take the heal to be at full health for Ice Arena, or will they just go for it? Takes the heal. Smart.
Yeah, Ice Arena is another one of those places where if you can afford to be at full health, you should be. It's just, there's so much that can go wrong when you don't have any footing and things are flying all over the place at you.
Happy's, the first wave of grunts took a bit of time to clean out. Zui, meanwhile, had a fairly clean first 2 waves, now to the third one.
Second wave of Ice Arena, interestingly, has 1 extra enemy in it. So if you kill 2 enemies, then the next wave starts spawning immediately. I think it's the only combat that happens, where you can have an extra enemy alive trying to kill you.
Actually, I think aim 4 is you can leave the spiders alive in the 3rd round.
That's true. The
tiny
spawned spiders, the ones that spawn from the big mommy spider and Shelob spider. Yeah. Okay, Zui somehow did all of Ice Arena hitless and is going into Betty. Will be able to skip any sort of save and quit.
Happy down to 1 health.
This is a bad situation. You're gonna use bombs. Smart. This is literally the smartest thing to do in this arena with infinite mana sources in the ice crystals.
Damn.
Oh! Tried to greed the hit there, and got sniped by the hammer bro. And there's our first death on Happy's side there.
Yeah, Ice Arena is one of those things, like, using the bombs there does do a lot of damage and, like, keeps you safe a little bit, but it does also obscure the like movement of the hammer bro. So you end
Zui
up
down to, sorry to interrupt, but Zui down to 1 health against Betty right here. Oh,
ooh, might get hit with the yup.
No, he did.
Oh no. The unfortunate redo required here. Because getting hit by a snowball even after you kill Betty invalidates the death, so you have to go fight her again. Yeah. Zui had a fairly clean fight, but got hit literally 2 times at the end because Betty decided to roll. Betty starting off with rolls here, so not a good start. Let's see how the rest of this goes. Zui is not getting the attack pattern he was getting in the first fight, so just reverting to some safety strats here of rolling out of the way, slashing. Now getting into the damage cycle, but Betty rolls again. Snowballs and Betty rolls is not a good combination. Down to
Ooh,
1
getting
HP
cut.
again. Is under Betty, manages to kill her. Get out of the way of this.
Oh.
No!
Happened
Oh
twice.
no.
Yeah.
2
This
deaths
is-
to the snowballs. The
This
bosses
is a
in
must.
this game, you would think that last hit is when the boss ends, but really it's after the death animation when you're standing in the arena. So you cannot save and quit, you cannot die. Like, you have to watch the whole thing through alive to be able to make it through.
You have to pay your respects to the bosses with Steadhorn.
Yeah.
Right, you know. Betty is rolling. This is unexpected because this time I did notice Zui got the damage cycle. I think he's missing some of the heavy slashes, which is making it, or is not charging the heavy slashes fully. Gets hit with another snowball. Betty is sniping him. Oh my god. That
No
was
snowballs this time.
close. That was way too close again. You can sense some frustration in the repeated hookshot hits there. Having that happen twice can definitely frustrate you a bit, but managed to get it. That's what matters, and continue on in the race.
And here's Happy finishing up Ice Arena. I don't know if there was another death to Ice Arena or if it was just a really long run back, but
It is
about-
because I think they had to go through the whole of ice skating again. Yeah.
yeah, not a
Yeah,
lot of
this is-
shortcuts with the new skips. Let's see how Happy's Betty fight goes.
Betty being a reference in Titan Souls to the Titan, the Yeti Titan. Very funny.
Ooh, gets pushed behind Betty. Is able to adapt, but not where you want to be.
1 health.
Down to 1 HP.
No.
Ooh,
Hit.
takes a
Oh,
death.
Takes 1 death there. Zui just finishing up with the best Lord cutscene. One of the more very humorous cutscenes in this game. There are many of those, but watching the world's best Lord on their mug is pretty cool.
Happy's
Happy.
really good at getting into this roll slash rhythm. Anytime that I get knocked out of it, it seems like it's impossible to get back locked into it, but they're able to just kind of jump right back in, keep the combo going.
There you go, once again. Gets hit once. One more. No, so this is very scary now.
No.
Oh, there
Oh.
you go.
Second death to Betty. Each runner has 2 deaths at this point to Betty.
And 1 outside. So very
Yeah.
even on deaths. Gonna have some fortress platforming fun on the right side as the Betty fight goes on the left. The approach to Flooded can be very important in itself because you ideally want to get through it hitless so you can just run into Fortress without any save and quit. Let's see how that goes. Betty is rolling a lot today, which is ideally what you want in this fight is to get the damage enough in this set of ground thumping attacks that it passes the damage threshold where Betty stops rolling and instead starts ground pounding. There you go, hitless Betty.
Yeah. Yeah, so that, again, one of the things with Betty is there's a very, like, fixed pattern to how things should go. And if anything about that pattern gets thrown off, you have a good chance of dying. But if you could get it perfect, it's guaranteed hit list. So, making it there at the end to third attempt perfect Betty.
Oh, zuiivel falling in the water there.
That's ve- relatable. I think everyone has done that.
Especially when
Yeah.
you start trying to cut corners and it just gets a little risky.
So you're not going for the keeper roll. You can roll off that wooden platform onto the stone platform a bit early and not go onto the big stone pillar, but it's a very minor time save. And it always looks spooky even though it's 100% consistent. So you're not going for gate skip, again, a smart choice, because if you're not comfortable with it, why go for it kind of thing.
I think the angle on that is pretty tight too, because I think you have to roll onto the railing. You can't just walk onto it like the flame corridor can.
Yes, exactly. You have to roll off and kind of roll into the wall at a very particular angle. So it's one of those things, if you're very practiced and ready to go for it, you should. But if you're not comfortable, don't. I'm assuming both runners will grab Fortress Door, even though in like a most optimal sense it is not necessary. But any deaths in Flooded Fortress will mean a long trek if you don't grab that door. So.
Yeah,
Definitely.
not taking the save and quit here. Going into Fortress with 3 health, which is...
I imagine their plan is to get through to Magehooken platform and then at worst use the pot there. Because before that section, it is a lot of running. It is scary because there are projectiles flying, as we will see. But cleaning up all the enemies here, which makes it a lot easier to deal with. Probably gonna kill this mage to make it easier, yes. The main thing here is to just be able to run through, right, and avoid the projectiles from the many archers and hammer bro and archers and many archers. There's just too many archers in this area.
Yeah, just running through with bombs still equipped, not bothering the... There we go for the first hook shot.
Oh, goes for this hook shot. This one is it's a very particular angle. Oh no, panicking a little and rolling off. That's a bit of panic and panic again.
No.
Double panic, roll off into the water. That definitely can happen in that situation when you're surrounded by so many enemies.
Yeah.
Your heart is pounding, all that stuff. Now has to
Especially
make the
because in this in Death's Door, the death animation, or the like putting you back in bounds animation, gives you control before you actually can see where you are. So if you're like planning to go running afterwards, you'll actually just be running while the screen is still black, which tends to end with you running off a cliff.
Yeah, it happens a lot in Inner Furnace, I think. You follow?
Yep.
Yeah.
There are places where you can get locked in that sort of combo where you think and that's exactly I think what happened there. You think you're going one way, but you're just stuck doing something which is incorrect. But makes it onto the Magehooken platform. It's going to go for this very cool skip. But first, I think he's going to clean up the mages. I think just taking his time patiently. Does not want to get hit.
Yeah, there's just too many projectiles to be perfectly safe with that at any point.
Gets
Entering
the, skip.
the final arena here.
Oh, gonna get knocked by the boomer thrice maybe. There you go. Could tell there was gonna be a third one because the boomerang itself was still in flight throughout the entirety of that bombo combo. So a bit unfortunate, but gets the heal. That's the advantage of having had so many seeds in the pocket. You're gonna get probably knocked here again by a boomerang. Yep. Those boomers can be mean. You have to really look out for their animation where they are about to take the boomerang off their head, because then you want to get away from them. Cleans out. Oh no! Swag dive into the water again. but that's okay. Should be able to get through. As long as he does not hook shot onto that switch, should be able to get through. Alright, one going into Frog King, one entering Fortress.
Yeah, Happy did take the save and quit there at the door, which they entered that area with 2 health. I think it's just the correct thing to do.
Has taken 1 hit to the grunts already before the boomers hit. Let's see how they do cleaning up these mages. Cleans up all the enemies as well. Very safe strat to do here, because if you go quick, you can get knocked by the grunts. Be safe. Kill everything. Frog King in simplified Chinese does not say guzzler of the indolent, I guess, but that is what it says in English, so I feel obliged to bring that up. Zui missing on the first hit, gets the second one. Let's see how... Oh no, not getting juggles. That's okay, manages to roll out of the way, which is more important, I think, in that situation. I don't know how he managed to do that, because if I go for that and I miss it, I 100% get hit. So it's impressive that he managed to avoid getting hit. He gets 4 health into the main phase, as Happy is taking the heal in the water arena. Down to 1 health, manages to get the seed before the boomer can get off the boomerang.
Pretty smooth Fortress for Happy. No deaths, no major mistakes that I saw. Gets through to the final arena pretty quick.
Very clean arena in the first wave. Pretty much an auto-scroller. Manages to kill everything. Basically manages to kill the last wave as soon as it spawns. Down to 1 health. Down to 1 health. No pot anymore, so has to be super safe.
Oh.
Falls off.
Rolls off the edge. Zuiivel finishes up the Frog King in the bombing phase. Does not get past the bombing phase, which is, I believe, the fastest you could kill him.
Yep, on the left side ledge, manages to do it pretty much within the cycles. I didn't pay attention as to whether he got every hit optimally, but a very good fight regardless, I'm sure.
Happy sniped by the archer that followed him through the door. You do have to kill that fire plant. You cannot roll between the fire plant and the wall, which is unfortunate.
Happy's getting body blocked by a lot of enemies, just being mean to them right there. Getting through, okay. Will they kill the mages here? No, just going to run all the way through, just booking it to the final arena. Going to clean up all 3 mages there, I guess, which are following them. Or are there just 2? No, there are 3 mages following them into this arena. This will be very interesting, folks. Let's see how it goes.
Walks around that boomerang. I for sure would have been hit by that boomerang.
Very smart dodges of the boomerang being thrown by the boomer. That is very deft. Kills off the mage, cleans up the wave, again, pretty much on spawn.
Let's see if Zuiivel goes for... Nope, no swag strat from Zuiivel. You can use the bow to knock that platform into your path and then hookshot onto it, but you can also just fall off if you don't get the hookshot right, so makes sense to go around in a race. Happy finishes up the arena.
Very clean again. The second wave also finished the mage on spawn. Let's see how the Frog King goes. Gonna take the door. A heal? No heal. Going in on 3 HP. Let's see how this goes.
I feel like I've been saying this the whole race, but these bosses, if you get the patterns correct, you don't have anything to worry about. But if anything goes slightly wrong, suddenly you're in danger of dying just immediately. It's like either things are perfect or they're terrifying.
Oh no. First, misses the first armor break and falls into the water. Let's see if the juggles work out. First juggle.
One.
First juggle.
Misses the second.
Second juggle. There you go. That's barely any time loss. The only thing to worry about is the 2 HP in this situation. So let's see how this goes. Zui in the Furnace arena, the main arena of Furnace, and pretty much the only arena in Furnace. Pretty easy to maneuver through this as long as the bird doesn't snipe you. As I say that, I could just yeah. But managed to get through with just the 1 health loss.
I like that frame freeze on getting hit by the grunt.
Yeah, that was really
Juggling spells for a little bit, trying to get Fireball back up. Happy gets
the
hit
ledge.
once.
Be careful on the ledge, because now you
has
have to
shoot
walk.
that.
Got it, got the shot. Because the only other way is you have to walk on the ledge around those things. So gonna take their time with throwing the bomb into the Frog King's mouth. Not going for any early attacks. Don't want to risk falling into the water amongst other things here. Kerrygo gets the kill.
Ooh, hit by the archer trying to light this torch. Down to 2 health. Not a good place to be at this point in the arena.
Oh no, getting pushed off by the piston. That's scary. That can always happen. Just you have to be super patient in this and not worry about trying to go too fast through those, because you literally cannot. You have to obey the cycles to some extent, respect them. Probably gonna go for the spot here. I don't see any reason not to.
Still has a seed left, and I think that's the only... Like, that's
Yeah,
the last spot you need to heal, right?
I guess, unless you get hit anymore, in which case you can heal before Grandma, and that's faster than safe quitting. So it's good to have it in the back pocket still. So very good situation in terms of seeds for Zui. Happy is also entering observation and going to be heading into the same. Oh, Zui gets the second fast light, or gets the fast light on all of those braziers, so that's very good. Swag strat as well. It looks really cool, but saves time as well. Gonna compensate by missing this brazier right here. Gets it second try. Let's see the cycles in this room. The cycles in this room are super interesting. Misses the first one. To get the first one, you literally have to roll onto that immediately. Let's see if he gets the second one. Gets the second one? Yes. Yes, gets the second one fast. I think the music was timed perfectly there.
Oh, you saw
He
the
had a lot of-
spike strap from Happy over there on the left.
Yes, we love to see it. Nice. Zui should be disqualified for not going for swag strats. Zui entering Grandma fight. Definitely a good idea to take the door. Oh god, missed it for a second. I thought that he was just gonna go roll with it, but did go back and grab the door. Happy going off path towards the seed for a second. That's the way to the shrine and stuff, but don't need to go there in this any percent run. Misses lighting the thing first time, lights it the second time to open the vault and have the cutscene play at the same time. Grandma
Yeah,
fight
this saves
time
you
on
a
Zui's
couple
side.
seconds.
Grandma fight going without any hits so far. I've definitely gotten hit by the purple pots pretty much immediately, so avoiding those. Good job. Manages to deflect one of the green ones back to Grandma. Grandma is already Novaing, so that means the damage cycle has been good. Probably gonna get hit by another Nova right there, just did. But the fact that Grandma is so damaged should mean that he should be able
Down
to
to 1
clean
health.
up.
There
you
we go.
That was Zui going very fast there, playing fast and loose, but pulling it off. If you have the confidence to do it, go for it. So props to Zui for being confident enough to do that. It was a scary moment for a second. Arena here on Happy's side.
Yeah, you really have to have a good handle on how much damage you've done to the boss before you can just kind of tank hits like that. There's a couple times where I've thought that it was going smoothly, and then suddenly they had one more hit, and you just get killed instead of making it through.
It was a close call. Happy had a good job and had a good time of the arena, and the big bird. So manages to make it through with just the one hit. Zui had the 2 hits by here. Sorry, Zui took the 1 more hit in the canyon, and so let's see how canyon goes for Happy. Zui successfully goes to Grey Crow instead of visiting Steadhone. That in itself is a major success, because very often I've been baited into just walking towards Steadhone instead of Grey Crow. But yeah, we will have some tech smashing on Zui's side, so we can focus a bit on the action developing in Furnace for Happy. Pretty good health situation, so I imagine Happy is going to get through all the way to Grandma before they take the pot, if I'm not, if I can predict without casting any curses. But let's see how this Brazier puzzle goes.
Yeah, this is another place. You have a fixed amount of mana. There's no way to regen mana when you're on this. And
Oh no. Oh no, this is not going well. Getting sniped. I think at this point... Oh no, this is not going well at all. The only way to... the fast strat, so-called, for getting out of a mana situation here is to actually fall off the conveyor belt, because then you respawn at the beginning of the room and you can pick up mana. But at 1 HP, obviously you don't want to do that. Gets through it though.
Yep.
We'll have to take the heal at the pot on the upper level here, I imagine. Oh.
Not a seeds.
Did he
Might
miss
have to
the
try to
hit?
make it to the shortcut across the door. I don't know if we've made it there yet.
I
do
think
not
that
have
was
a
it.
good handle.
I think that was it. I think that was the room itself. That's the room with the door, which is also the room where you go up to the 2nd level. So if they wanted to save quit, they would have had to save quit right there. So now they're just going through. I think that it's safe anyway, because this room, it's hard to take damage. I'm assuming a save and quit at Grandma's door is in the offing. So.
Yeah.
Grey Crow fight and a Grandma fight side by side. You love to see it. We are pumped for it. Zui getting off the hook shots to start off. 2nd hook shot does not go as planned. So backs it off. Get some nice hits. Get some nice damage in the first cycle before the chain. Goes for damage on the chain, trying to hit Grey Crow while they're zooming past. Definitely a very high roll, but it's not risky, so why not go for it? Charge parry hits, connects, that's very good.
Haven't gotten hit yet.
Yep, this is
It's
going very well.
Very chaotic fight. All of these little projectiles bouncing around, Crow shooting across the screen, and whenever Crow winds up for a charge, the entire model turns into a hitbox, which means that you just cannot be comboing while they're about to charge.
Happy did not get this same amount of damage on Grandma, I noticed, so there is no novaing happening on either of Grandma's attacks. But
2 hook shots there hit the birds flying around zuiivel, so they did not get in range.
That is one of those nuances which is very easy to miss. Those little birds flying around, which Grey Crow spews out. Not the murderlings themselves, which you can parry, but the ones which it screams out. Those ones will block everything between you and Grey Crow. The only reliable way is to use your flame spell through it. And that's not something we do because we don't have any magic damage anyway. So something you just have to be aware of and compensate. Both runners making their way through their respective bosses though. At this point, Zui does seem to have a commanding lead heading into Lord of Doors, but this is one of those sections where things can completely flip around. Gauntlet is a scary place to be, especially if you get hit. You can, things can go badly very fast. Some of the bad situations that I've personally been in is getting all the way through to the Betty phase of Lord of Doors in the Gauntlet and dying there and having to make up. At that point, you're losing upwards of like 3 minutes, making your way through Gauntlet all the way again. And again, there's no guarantee you'll make it through the second time. So this is definitely one of those places where you have to be ultra careful. Just keep your head down and play safe in a race situation and get through it. Happy walking into Grey Crow as we start the gauntlet on Zui's side.
So Zui will stand either like on the top. Well, I've seen most runners do NMG go top. Is there any like benefit going to the bottom, or just top is just better?
Someone once said that the top is better because then the Lord of Doors has a shorter distance to jump. You know, when they jump down and like it and open the door, that jump distance is slightly less because they're nearer the top anyway. That's the only reason I've ever heard for going top. Also, you're closer to the door, so you can just rest your fingers and you don't have to roll back up, I guess. But in terms of damage, yeah, you can be safe both at the top or at the bottom of the platform and completely avoid the bulls. It's a nice safety spot. Zui gets the extra animation, the Lord of Doors being extra threatening to Zui. That can happen sometimes. It's a completely RNG 2 or 3 seconds time loss there. No fast storm on the first one. Tried to go for it, but I think the positioning was just slightly off there. But
Yeah,
the damage
he went
cycle
a little
was
too high.
damage cycle was good, and he was aware of that, so that's a good sign. Let's see if he's able to pull off more instant doors in the other arenas. Death is telling us their spiel on the left side as we watch Happy go through the cutscenes. Death is a really cute character in this game. We all love Death. Okay, instant door on the second one. So you
We are in
good job.
the scary part of the stampede now. Trying to weave your way in between these bull doors. Makes it through without any
Nice.
issues.
Staying on the seams, good job, clean. Let's see if Zui goes for Betty roll skip, the most ultra swag strat which can ever exist. It's pretty hard to do in any percent. I would say almost impossible. But gets the he thought he had the damage done enough that Betty would instantly allow them through after the roll, but he had to do one more hit. This Grey Crow fight is going not the best. Got womboed there. Happy did. So down to 2 HP. Down to 1 HP. Got to be very careful. Clearing out the murderlings, not taking any chances, staying far away, letting the void show up, the black hole attack that Grey Crow does, keeping the distance, clearing stuff out. But this is definitely a very scary situation. You can sense that in Happy's combat, that there's some nervousness. And the hitbox comes into play that Museus is saying. Gets knocked down, has to go through the fight again.
Zuivel is starting the Lord of Doors fight.
Oh, that was the Grey Crow's hitbox? It wasn't like a little...
It's hard to tell because the Ghost Crows were like on top of Old Crow, so I'm not sure whether it was one of the projectiles that hit him or the hitbox from the crow itself.
We'll need the instant replay. Bring it back. Let's see. But yeah, that one is... Ooh, getting the charge parries there. Good stuff. Zui has taken 1 hit already.
Ooh, down to 1 health again.
Oh, Zui getting hit on the laser attack, not able to bait out any extra attacks from LOD. Scary situation on the left and the right. Happy just trying to deflect stuff. Oh no, gets hit once more. Zui down to 1 health as well though, so this is getting some backhands from the Lord of Doors, trying to weave his way through. It's a scary situation. The backhand gets him. Zui gets a death in Lord of Doors. Has to do the fight again. The final boss is being mean, and that is just very Very appropriate because this game's final bosses are hard. There's just no two ways around it. In the speedrun, sometimes you can make it look easy, but even for the people who are very experienced, these things can go horribly, horribly wrong very, very fast. So it's not a surprise that we will see some deaths to these two. Zui down to 1 HP gets such a wombo, taking 2 hits in that one laser attack. And so is Happy. Then Happy has taken a wombo as well. Oh, these double hits have not been kind to these two runners. Because Happy was at 2 health and then within an instant was down to nothing.
Something
Zui's
about this
managing
game.
to survive.
Yep. Sorry, sure, right?
No, go
I
ahead.
was
Go
gonna
ahead.
say, it's once you take like one hit in this game, it's easy to just lose all your health. It's something weird about this game, but it's really quick to die. Die really quick.
Definitely. Oh, Zui gets the last hit on Lord of Doors. GG to zuiivel. A 1:32:26 time is what we see on the board. Happy is still on 3 health going through Grey Crow. And gets the kill. No save quit, but gets the clean kill.
You gotta factor in the runner's nervousness and whatnot. So I'm pretty sure if they were just doing runs normally, they'd get this first try, the Great Crow, Last Lord. But in the
Oh,
race
yes.
situation, it's pretty easy to get nervous and mess up.
I can speak for myself, having done a bunch of scrims in the last few days, and those are just scrims with nothing on the line, no tournament placing or anything, right? And I was really nervous through those, so I cannot imagine what the runners are going through in a race situation, which being broadcast and people are watching. So it's definitely, it can play on your nerves a lot. And here it's pretty much a match you have to win to get through. There's no second chances. So that being said, the runners will have another run coming up where they will be racing against each other. This is a best of 3 tournament. So at this point, while it is clear that Zui has won just because his speedrun timer is at 1:32:26 and Happy is going into Lord of Doors behind that time. Happy has 2 more chances. He's on match point, but he has 2 more they have 2 more chances to get through to the next round. Oh, and coincidentally, this is kind of a conflict of interest maybe, but the winner of this race is actually the one who I will be facing. So I have a lot of interest in this match personally as well.
Study up on the runners.
Yeah,
Tactics,
this is
yeah.
this is my training. Also, I just noticed Vareem saying something which is relevant to the part which Happy is coming up to. The extra animation is not RNG, but rather depending on the path you take to the end. So I'm guessing the Lord of Doors actually just goes through a sequence of animations regardless of first doing the finger guns and then doing the threatening neck slash thing. And at some point, if you take the wrong path, they can end up having the extra animation. I'm guessing that's what Vareem is hinting at. But yeah, thanks for letting me know. So that just means I've had inefficient paths. Anyway, we see Happy finishing off or going through Gauntlet now.
Yep.
On the first one, gets
Fast
nice
forward.
nice fast story. Love to see it. Rolling through the bull. Scary tactics always, but very brave and clearly consistent at it because they're going for it with full gusto. Second arena. Manages to get the kill on the second arena before Lord of Doors starts jumping.
And gets the quick
That's
door.
amazing stuff. Very clean second arena.
Not even bothering going between the bulls at this point. Just
Yeah,
rolling right through them.
rolling through the bulls. Oh my god, this is some bravery right here by Happy. I love it. I don't think I've ever seen anyone do that. Everyone kind of tries to run on the lines between the falling platforms, but Happy just bulldozing, pun intended, their way through. Oh, I thought they were almost set up for that faster, but I think they were slightly up, but missing the last one. Almost making it 3 for 3. Although to be fair, now we should have 4 out of 4 because we do de facto, I think, allow the instant door in the first part of Gauntlet as well in NMG runs. So let's see if anyone through this tournament manages to get 4 out of 4 runs, 4 out of 4 fast doors, that is.
And here's Happy entering the Lord of Doors fight.
Let's
Makes
go.
it through the gauntlet on 2 HP.
That was a really clean Gauntlet. And now we're heading towards killing the last Lord. I think the good thing about this, Happy being close enough to zuiivel to be able to finish out the run, is that they will get practice for their next race in this final section, and that'll, if nothing else, build confidence. Because getting a run to finish is a confidence booster. You feel like you've accomplished something just by virtue of that. In some situations in this tournament, it could happen where one runner is so far behind the other that we will have to call it earlier. So in those situations, that is something else to factor into the runners' mindsets that may happen in this tournament. So lots of interesting things to keep in mind as we go through. Ooh, avoiding that backhand, not trying to bait out more attacks. You can bait out more attacks to get more damage on the Lord of Doors before they head upstairs for their laser attack.
Misses the iframes on that explosion.
Ooh, brave. Managed to get the iframe while escaping. That was really scary.
Oh, gets caught at the end.
That was very close. You can tell Lord of Doors was close to dying there. But good fight. Oh, Zoo is showing us the credits. I wonder if Zoo is going to go practice Deadhound. We start off the Lord of Doors fight again. Pots, honestly, are my least favorite combo with this jumping attack. Because most of the time you feel you're 100% safe because the pots target you where you were a long time ago, and usually you've moved out of the way. But sometimes you end up rolling back into the same position because you're forced to by the Lord of Doors attacks, and then the pot snipes you. So I much preferred when the Lord of Doors is like this, when they're just jumping around and there's no pots. Then it's really nice and easy.
Yeah. So there's an interesting thing you could do with the backhands. If you use the heavy light combo properly, you can kind of like drift through a safe spot and just kind of full combo the entire way through that backhand and get a lot of extra damage. And there is time.
GG's, yeah.
GG's for the runners.
Kind of a very blessed time for Happy. I have to point out 242s in there, not just one. They have twice the answer to Life, the Universe, and everything embedded in their time.
Let's bring in the runners in. Guys have anything to say for the first match? How you guys feeling?
I guess I'm pretty proud of run. I'm very sad about the two Betty deaths because they were both very unnecessary. Kinda
The
sad.
unlucky snowballs, yeah.
When Betty
I don't think I've ever seen anyone have that happen to them twice in a row, Zui, so I really feel for you. That was unfortunate.
It's alright. Yeah.
You had a fairly clean run though, and a good time. I think very competitive time. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, I'm actually pretty happy with the rest of the run because except for like the deaths, because those are like all pretty bad. Like the rest of the run was like solid, so I'm definitely happy with it.
Happy, any thoughts, feelings? prayers. I'm not sure if Happy is on the call.
Yeah.
Or muted.
Are you muted, Happy?
Might also be AFK for a break.
Yeah.
I don't know
Oh,
how
okay.
long the delay is on this server.
Okay. Well, it's a good time to go into intermission. How long? Maybe like 5 minutes. Maybe learners get a drink and whatnot, and then
Yeah.
come back.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Okay.
Take a quick intermission then.
See you guys when we get back.
Nope.